Candy with Sew It and Show It workshops. Today we're going to be making a cupcake pincushion. Here's what you'll need. 1 red pom-pom for the cherry, a pack of girls' ankle socks with ribbon, 2 to 3 colors of craft felt, 1 green leaf from a fake flower, a hand sewing needle, thread the same color as the socks, chipboard, scrapbook paper, a punch or a Sizzix. Today I'm using a 4.5-inch die cut with scallop edge, spray adhesive, rubber band, hot glue and a gun, or craft glue. The tutorial and supply list can also be found at sewitandshow.com. Click on tutorials. First, place the craft felts onto each other. Then use a ruler to place in the center and draw a line. Next, cut all 3 sheets down the center. Place the ruler on the center and draw a line. And then you're only going to cut 1 layer. So there's 3 layers here. I'm only going to cut the green layer. Now take your pieces and fold them in half and pin it in place here to hold it, like so. Now remember, the green layer is going to be half this size, so it's going to be a small fold. So I'm going to use 2 pins to hold this layer in place so it doesn't pop up or pop open. You should have 2 pieces folded like so, and then 1 shorter piece folded as well. Okay. You can place pins in the craft felt to prevent the folds from opening. Before you begin rolling your cupcake, you want to make sure that the ends are even. So I'm just going to snip off here so we have a nice neat roll. Roll your 3 layers very tight together, like so. And remember to remove those pins that we placed together to hold the folds together. Remove them so you don't stick yourself. After you've rolled your layers together, take your rubber band and place it in the middle here just to hold your folds together. Then you want to take pins and pin the edges in place. Next, trim off the excess. Start with the sides and then at the bottom. You want this to be able to sit upright. Now before I tack this cupcake size together, I'm just going to start removing the pins that I put there to hold it in place, but not all of them. And then I'm going to place it right here because this is the one that is exposed. And then these 2, I'm just going to trim back. Like so. Now I'm going to tack the sides down together with the needle and thread and just sew it all the way up. And it doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see this anyways. After you've sewn the sides together, you can remove the pins and you can also snip the rubber band. Now it's time to make the cupcake liner. Now I got these pack of socks at Walmart. They come two pairs, which is 4 cupcakes in this case, for $1.87. Now I want to show you the reason why this is called a rib ankle socks is because it has those ribbed edges on the part that folds by the ankle. You're going to take your ruler and you're going to place it right by the end of that ribbed edge, and you're going to measure down to a 1/2 inch. So that would be right about here. And then you're going to cut on that line, like so. Next, take your cut ribbed edge, which is your cupcake liner, and slide it over your cupcake like a turtleneck. And then that area that's going to be cut should look like this. And then you want to also cover those stitches. Remember those stitches that we put in there before to hold it in place. So far it should look like this. Now I want to point out the bottom here. You want to make sure that that ribbed edge comes down below where your cupcake is, or where the felt is. Just below it. And then you want to take the exposed sock edge or the liner and kind of pin it together like that with your finger. Press it together, not pin it. And then take your hand needle and thread and tack it down. Now it will come apart for a little bit, but you can just hold it together with your finger, or if you need to pin it down with a few pins, you can do that as well. Make sure that you pull it tight, and just continue to do this until it all starts to gather together. I'm also putting a few tacks in around the edge here just to give it a contour look of a real cupcake. Now it's time to add the leaf to the palm. Take your floral leaf and just cut off the top of it because the palm is small, so you don't need the whole thing. And then what you're going to do is take your needle and thread and just attach it together. You can actually hot glue this, but because we're going to attach it to the cupcake itself, I'm just going to pierce it through the leaf, and then pull it all the way through the palm. Make a couple of tacks just so that I know that it's together, and then I'm going to attach it to the cupcake like so. Now it's time to add the sprinkles. So you're going to take your colorful pins and just randomly place them into your cupcake like so. And you're going to do that all around. I've decided to use a 3-inch punch opposed to the Sizzix die that I showed you at the beginning of the video. I've already cut the scrapbook paper and the chipboard paper down to size so it would easily fit into the punch. And I'm just going to take my adhesive spray, apply a coat, apply this scrapbook paper to the chipboard, press out the air bubbles, and feed it through the punch. Now we have a 3-inch scallop. The next thing that I'm going to do is place glue here. Oh, that's my phone. Now I'm going to place glue in the center of the cupcake bottom. Now you want to be careful not to place too much because it will bleed through the sides. And I'm just going to press down onto the scallop. Hold it for about 20 seconds so it sets in place. We did it! We made cupcake pincushions. For a full supply list, visit us online at sewitandshowit.com. Click on tutorials. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'll see you next time.